Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we're going to do a character guide on Lenna. Lenna, I'm pretty excited for her. I think she's going to be looking very, very good here with her upgrades. If you're not familiar with Lenna, she is a very good healing battery character. She gives the party debuff evasion. She has a very unique mechanic where she deals damage based on how high the party's HP is. So you're going to notice her builds are very non-traditional, because I'm going to build her around kind of these specialties that she has in terms of the HP and that, right? So we'll kind of talk about that as we get into it. So in this video, we're going to look at her calls, her artifacts, and her spheres. We're going to talk about her new FR and BT and kind of explain how those work as well, right? So let's start with the calls. Lenna's calls are actually very good. Namely for Windrake Arrow. So the nice thing with Lenna is you don't even have to have her LD and her call is still good. Because this is off of the 15, right? Or is it the 35? It's the 35. So as long as you have the 35 passive built up, this one's very good. It gives the party Windrake's Ward. And what this is this is a party debuff evasion. So to give your party that debuff evasion, I think is very, very good on a call. So that is what I would say is the most notable about Lenna. And then she's got her LD. This is going to do party brave damage up, HP damage up, but it's very small, only 5%, and then overflow both up. And then if your HP is above 50%, it's going to add an extra brave damage and HP damage 5%. So in total, it is a 10% HP damage up, and you do get 20% brave damage up. So it actually is solid, right? And then you also get healing on it. So between the Windrake's Ward, the healing, some decent party buffs, all in all, Lenna does have a really nice set of calls. So yeah, very, very good calls to take note of there, right? So let's go ahead and look at Lenna herself. And we are going to look at artifacts. Now, artifacts, I think this could be debated a little bit on how you want to build this, right? So I feel like there's kind of three ways you could go. You could go with attack 108, HP 1020. You could go max brave 330 and HP 1020, or you would go iBrave 170, HP 1020. Now, I think I don't have it built yet. Back in the day, I did attack 108 HP 1020 as my focus. But I'm actually leaning iBrave 170 HP 1020, which is a very non-traditional build, right? The reason why is the HP 1020 is most important because it is really going to help her damage. And it just helps her kit out. Now, if you don't care about her for damage, then you wouldn't have to worry about the HP 1020. But I do think it's very good, and you're going to see why. But in terms of Max Brave, Attack, and iBrave, I guess you can kind of choose your preference, right? But when I look at her kit, there are a few spots in her kit where she batteries the party, and it does scale off of her iBrave. So I feel like as a support character, I want to improve the battery that she's giving the party. I feel like that's going to be the most valuable stat. There is a couple of spots where I'll notice in the kit that she will battery scaled on the HP damage she deals. So in that case, attack is going to be the factor there. And then max brave just in general is a decent stat to have more brave to be able to do more HP damage. But none of her battery really scales off of max brave. So if you're really focusing on the battery, I would say go iBrave. Otherwise, you can kind of choose what you want. I think that's a little bit more open-ended, but I think I'm going to build mine iBrave and HP is what I'm going to do. So as soon as I get into whatever co-op they have and I can get those artifacts. Now on the spheres, I think I've got what I feel like is the best in slots here. I think the D slot, some people could debate that one, but we'll talk about it. So C slot, I think hands down the best is Paladin Cecil. This is a battery sphere or a Brave Gain sphere, and this one we've talked about before. Lenna has encouragement armor, so it interacts with the sphere in a way where it Brave gains better than it should through Brave gain reductions that bosses might have. Honestly, if I can get two of these full sphered, once I get enough red materials to do it, if I have enough Paladin Cecils, I'm probably going to put two full Cs on there. But just doing double Paladin Cecil, I think, is really good on the C slot. If you don't have that and you want to do something else, then you could just do a Maria or a Lude. One of these healing trigger attack ups for the party. That would probably be your second choice there. And then on the D slot, I did opt to go Freya. And this is parties max HP is up by 10%. This is huge because each party member getting 10% more HP, that's all going to just funnel right into her damage, right? So if you want Lenna to have better damage, I think Freya Sphere is really what you want to put on here to get that max HP for the party up. Otherwise, you could just do one of the many D slots that are going to be party attack ups. You can kind of take your pick. You know, Ash Saz, Lise Hope, Cissnei, I think, is one, right? There's a lot of good ones out there. Luna Freya's weakness damage, so just not that one. But any of those D slots that are going to do party attack would kind of be another option there if you want to go a more traditional route. But I really want to go all in on Lenna's specialties here with the HP, so I'm going to go with that HP up, which Freya is the only sphere that is an HP up sphere in the game. All right, so with that, I think we are ready to dive in. My team is fully maxed out Ultima Weapon. Now, the one thing I'm going to say is Lenna is going to look very different depending on your team makeup. And what I mean by that is I am really supering her up. I'm intentionally bringing 2 red crystal characters with because I have finished my red crystal rooms. And what you notice is characters where the crystal rooms are done have a ton more stats, including HP. So my party here has 2 30,000 HP characters in it. The crazy thing about Lenna, my Lenna's got 22k HP and I haven't even done White Crystal Room. So Lenna's going to be safely over 40,000 HP if she has her Crystal Room done. So if you have Lenna Crystal Room and then like a full Crystal Room boosted team, I think the HP is going to get kind of crazy. Now I want to see how well this does translate into damage. So let's go ahead and hop in and we're going to see how she is looking here. Friend unit. Let's go ahead and grab an Aerith, because that can help me do some ramping, right? So let's go ahead and do that. This can help me get some extra ramping when I may need it, right? All right, and you can see our party is full of a lot of buffs between, you know, we're pretty much bringing kind of like a triple support team. All these characters do a lot of buffing, right? So Lenna does start with like 2 turns immediately right off the bat. What I recommend doing, so she has the same thing that all these Final Fantasy V characters do. They're built around like the job system, right? And so what it is they have to like level up their abilities. It used to be really painful where I had to use them like 3 or 4 times. Now it's just like you use it once and then it goes to the plus version and then you use it again. So what I usually do is I'll double pop the Windrake Arrow, right? So let's go ahead and hit Windrake Arrow. So you get a free skill use on this as well. And then right off the bat, dude, she's popping off the mill with Windrake Arrow, and that wasn't even the plus version, right? So what happens is it's the base version. It upgrades to the plus version after using it once. So this is going to be a battery scaled on Eyebrave, and then it's going to do that HP attack you saw there. And then it does another Brave Gain scaled on the HP damage, and then it's going to heal the party. So very, very nice on that. And then the big thing is we get Windrake's Ward. Now, the way Windrake's Ward works, it's going to have an 80% chance to evade debuffs on the normal one. But if you do the plus version, you get a 100% chance to evade debuffs. So let's just do the plus version right now. Yeah, and then 1.1. So it doesn't really affect the damage. We just get the better version of the buff pretty much there, right? Beatrix, let's go ahead and hit a Clim Hazard. And I do think I want to save Lenna's burst phase and just see what kind of damage we can do with her, right? We're going to try to spice her up a little bit here. And then what I think I'm going to do is, sure, let's Holy Knight Safeguard. And then let's hit BT, and then we'll have Holy Knight Safeguard up. I think that's a great way to start with Beatrix. Dude, having her, like that Red Crystal Room thing, where you get the extra turn at the beginning is actually pretty hype for setup, right? Because you can see now, with her, I'm able to use Clim Hazard, I'm able to get Holy Knight Safeguard up, and then I'm able to protect Holy Knight Safeguard with the BT, all on her first turn, because I get those back-to-back turns, right? And we've seen how I love doing this with Aerith as well, where Aerith can open up with the BT, which never falls off, provided your HP doesn't fall too low. And then I can start ramping right away and like get her overhead filled up, all on her first turn, essentially, right? So like with Aerith, we will open BT. And get that BT effect rolling. Yep. Just dropping a big stone from the sky. Dropping bombs. And then Aerith can just ramp a little bit. Get her overhead going. We do have to be careful with these guys because once they do enter FR, they do stop us from like buffing ourselves, right? So that part is kind of stinky. So we got to make sure we like get our buffs like super upkept before they go into that. All right, and then these guys are just going to kind of do what they're going to do. So we'll Seal Evil. We're going to have a lot of protection from debuffs here between Seal Evil and Winddrake's Ward, right? All right, so we got Lenna up. So Lenna now we'll just kind of talk about the other skills. So let's go ahead and do a Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire's always been kind of an odd one. Yeah, only 500k to each enemy. So definitely not like a super strong attack. But it is kind of random on where she deals the damage to. But what it does is it does give her an attack up and a max brave up, and then it does put an eye brave down on the enemy. So basically the enemies like start of turn brave gains go down or get really low. It makes it so it's harder for them to gain brave, right? Pretty much you'll hit that once in a while kind of as like a filler attack, but it's not like the craziest. What do we do with you? I think we need to shock, huh? We need to shock them down. Let's go ahead. I'm not going to stress about ramping. We're just going to let them go into their force. Ooh, although I've got to get into an LD, don't I? Like, quick. Hopefully they don't... Ah, dang, they went into it. Okay. That might mess me up. Because her LD gives a buff. And we're only going to get it for one turn. I'm trying to remember what the cancellation is on these guys. I better check really quick. So I do like this stage as like a testing ground, but their force is just super annoying, especially when I have a character that relies on buffing, right? What is your cancellation conditions? Non-elemental magic brave damage. Oh, okay. I think I can do that. Let me just double check her FR. Her FR is actually ranged, but Beatrix's is non-elemental. Is it? Beatrix's might be. All right, between Beatrix and Aerith, well, Aerith doesn't deal damage, so hopefully Beatrix can cancel it. I'm just not sure if hers is going to be thunder or non-elemental, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll just roll with it, right? Let's just hit the LD because I want to see what her damage looks like, not under like a force time, right? So her LD is going to do a really fat heal. It's going to battery the party. Her brave isn't consumed. She gets 3 uses of Dragon Breath, which is going to be our big HP plus attack. She's going to get a buff called Goliath Tonic. It's normally a 12-turn buff, but right now I think it's going to be a very short duration because of the stupid FR effect. But that's going to be brave damage up, HP damage up, overflow up, max HP up 30%, which is huge. And then it's going to add a party damage up and more HP damage up as long as your HP is above 50%, which is very good. Yeah, and so the damage is going to scale off of the party HP. And dude, look at our red crystal characters right now. I need to point this out. Beatrix and Aerith have over 70,000 HP. Let's hit this and see how much damage it does. This is scaled off of HP, by the way. Okay, so 1.5 mil AoE. I guess that's just solid, right? That's the one thing I wanted to kind of see is like how impactful would the HP be on the damage. But we've got more HP coming, so we'll see. 1.5 mil is fine. That's solid damage. Let's go ahead and Thunder Slash. That sounds fine. But yeah, that buff we just did, it's like one turn. It's going to fall right back off. So it's going to be hard here, but we'll hope. What I'm going to try and do is we're obviously going to lead with Lenna FR, but I will try to echo with Beatrix, and we're going to hope that that makes it fall off, right? So Aerith is all set to go. Nothing I really need to do specifically with Aerith, other than we can do a ramp just to make sure we have FR ready to go. And then we'll go ahead and hit Fury Brand here. And then I think we are just going to dive into the Lenna FR. I do need to get Lenna BT effect up as well, right? And then we're going to do like a burst phase with her. But let's go ahead and get this FR rolling right away. Oh, with Neon. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to get the fire arrows flowing here. Alright, so about a 2 mil AoE. That's pretty standard damage. All right, let's talk about what the FR conditions are here, right? Oh, dude, look at Aerith. 100,000 HP. My goodness. Okay. So that's going to heal the party. 40% health overflow on that. That's why our HP is so freaking high right now. The amount of HP is absolutely nutty. Does the big AoE attack. So here's the HP damage conditions. So as long as you act while your HP is 100% or more, plus 45%. With Aerith having 100,000 HP, she's going to have to eat a lot of damage to go under her normal 100%. And then as long as you have no debuffs, it's another 30%. So this is why I have such high praise for Lenna. This is a Rosa-esque FR condition that is very free and easy. 75%. And basically, as long as Lenna is doing what she's supposed to be doing, your HP should be above 100%. And you always will have no debuffs because she gives you debuff evasion. And this is a non-damaging trigger, which means Aerith, which you're going to see right now, is going to echo Banana Crazies, right? So let's do this. Let's go Bananas. And we are going to force, and this should be like what? Like 160% or something stupid? It's going to be an insane amount. Yeah, 160%. So we're just gonna pop off 2 of those. Why not? Very good. And then, you know, it was so good the first time. Let's do it again. We'll bring in the friend Aerith to echo. It was so good the first time. We're gonna do it again. And the damage is going to be insane. So you guys have seen me do the Aerith Rosa combo. You can now make it an Aerith Lenna combo if you don't have Rosa, right? And I've had a lot of players that are like, I miss Rosa. What can I do to substitute that? Well, Lenna now can do that. Because this FR is ridiculous, and you cannot undervalue a really good FR condition. This, like, you can just throw this on. Look, we're at 755%. We're still on turn 10, right? And now we're going to pop off this BT here. So now they have the BT effect for this Aerith active as well. This fight is going to absolutely explode, by the way. And we are going to hope that Beatrix will cancel this. I know it's magic damage. I'm just not sure if it's non-elemental. Because I feel like she's got thunder damage in there, right? So we'll have to see. Woof, 833, nice. We'll take the fat counters. I mean, these enemies are going to fall off really quick, right? So let's do an echo. Let's hope it cancels. If not, we'll just have to live with it. All right, so now, yeah, you can see, oh, shoot, yeah, this friend Aerith has the lower HP. Oh, and it's not a Crystal Room Aerith. That actually hurts. I didn't even think about the friend Aerith having that. We might have to play around, and that didn't cancel, by the way. That's also a bummer. Okay, so we need to get Lenna's BT effect up, which this is going to make our HP go crazy as well. But I'm going to have to take the friend Aerith, and I'm going to have to get her out of here. Because her HP is hurting me right now. I want Lenna to look her best, right? All right. So the BT effect, let's talk about that here as we are now at max gauge, like immediately. That friend Aerith was honestly overkill. Probably didn't even need to do that. Oh. Friend Aerith is petrified. Okay. I suppose because Windrake's ward, she wouldn't have had it and we didn't have Seal Evil. Interesting. Do I have any way to get that off? I probably don't, but I'm guessing her turns will pass and then it will fall off. Wow, this showcase just got really gross. That's okay. We'll just roll with it. What I might have to do is I might have to do just like a separate damage test with her on a different fight where I can set this up, because this fight is just interfering with me a little bit too much, which is fine. Or what we could do is we could hop into like an older Shinryu that I know won't do that. So we've got her set up here. Does the Raijin Call heal our debuffs? Hold on, I'm going to check this really quick. I know it makes it so we can't be. I don't think it does. No, it's just that. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's do the HP. We haven't done her HP plus yet. So this is Dragon Breath. So this comes from the LD. You get 3 skill uses of this when you use the LD. And this is basically attack that scales off the party's HP. So we'll hit it. Once again, the friend Aerith is kind of gimping the damage a little bit. And then we get the follow-up from the BT. So there was, dude, 30 million. That's actually, 30 mil AoE is pretty good. And that damage actually should be a lot stronger, right? If we can get that friend Aerith another turn, she'll fall off. But yeah, these enemies are just melting away. I think I just have to make like a damage test with her. I think I do. What I think I'm going to do, because I want to get it in this character guide, what we'll do is we're going to properly set it up. And so you guys can see it. But I do want to make sure I kind of go through the rest of her skills, right? So, sorry, we got to talk about the BT. I'm getting distracted. All right, so the BT, Mega Flare Shot. Party heal, big fat heal. It enables Baja Blast. Well, Baja Blast is what Tom Brady Troop calls it. I don't think that was actually called Baja Blast. Maybe it was. But pretty funny. That's the follow-up. She gets the follow-up, but then we have Overflow healing of 40%. And then Brave gains up, Brave damage limit up, HP damage up, and HP damage limit up, right? So all that crazy stuff. And then we've got the EX, which we haven't done yet. So let's pop the EX, and these enemies are about to pop themselves, which we've done very good. But I think Lenna can actually be a damage dealer. Yeah, 22 mil there. Not too bad. So on the EX, that is Brave Phoenix. That's going to be a big battery scaled on iBrave. Brave HP attack. It batteries the party on iBrave between every HP attack, so it's just a ton of battery. And it's also going to do a big heal. And then she gets a buff called Princess of Tycoon. This buff is a party iBrave up, Overflow stolen up, Brave regen up, and then HP damage 30% as long as Lenna doesn't have a debuff. So 30% HP damage up is very, very good on that, right? So yeah, and I want to make sure I didn't miss any of the other buffs. I don't think I did. So sure, let's just finish this fight off. What I'm going to do, because that fight kind of got wonky pretty quick here. What I'm going to do, we're going to do a little bonus on this showcase, or on this character guide. I want to get in again, but I actually probably can do this same fight, as long as I'm smart about it. So I'm just going to retry this fight, because I think I can do it right here. I just want to get a similar setup, but I'm going to beat the enemy to force time. That's all I'm going to do, is I'm going to beat them to their force time. And I actually do want the friend Aerith again. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to burn through the friend Aerith just to do ramping. So we won't use the friend Aerith to like mega ramp. We're just going to do it we're going to beat him here. We can do it. All right, so let's just do it really quick. We're going to quickly try to get a proper setup here. Because I do like in this showcase, I want to have at least a full proper burst phase to see like on a 2-target fight, what kind of damage can we put out with Lenna. Because I've been talking her up with all this HP damage for the party having a lot of HP, and it kind of got really messed up in that last part. So we're going to do it again. It's okay to do stuff more than once. All right, so now we're going to ramp. So we're going to ramp a bit here. And I'm thinking I'm going to, so let me pass turn here really quick. So my hope is that I can get to a Beatrix BT turn, get her BT effect up immediately. Lenna, what do you want to do? I suppose we want Windrake's arrow up right away. Okay, and then we are going to, well, Windrake arrow again. Have the good Windrake's ward up, that's fine. Alright, and then Beatrix, we're actually going to just get your BT effect up immediately. Not even play around. Okay, and then I am going to shock. Basically, I gotta time it so that we can get to our BT like right before Lenna's next turn. All right, friend Aerith is going to come in full ramp. And I would like it to be, yeah, I would like it to be Lenna's FR for sure. Man, these enemies just ramp so fast. All right, if I don't beat them here, which I actually might not, because it's going to end up on like a non-Lenna turn. Yeah, man, they're still beating us. Oh my goodness. All right, yeah, we're not going to get it. All right, let me just, I'm going to go to a different fight. I thought I could be, thought I could be sneaky and get that one in there, but let's just, we're going to go to my good old fight here. It's going to be weaker enemies, but I should be able to set up just fine. I got to get this in. So it's Act 3. I think it's Act 3, Chapter 8 was my old school fight that I would do. Yeah. Let's just go here. I just want to go somewhere where I know I can easily get this in. All right, so we're going to go to here. These enemies won't mess with me at all. All right, let's just hop in. We will grab our friend Aerith. That's fine. All right. All right, for real this time. We're going to get a Lenna burst phase in here. We are going to do it. All right, so we'll Windrake. And then I'm just going to get friend Aerith to do full ramp. We're just going to get to this FR as fast as we can and make sure we have BT effects up. Make sure our HP is like crazy. And I do want to make sure... Yeah, we'll hit Lenna's LD too to make sure our HP is really high. Between the LD and the BT, we get a lot of HP, right? Alright, so back to Lenna. Let's go ahead and hit the LD. Okay. And then Aerith is going to do BT. And then I think I'm just going to full ramp to FR. And then I'm going to have Beatrix just make sure her BT effect is up. Then we're going to go into FR. Then we're going to do the setup and all the craziness and get the gauge as high as we can. And then we're going to go burst phase. I know I could have used the other Aerith to ramp like the HP gauge more, but that's fine. This will work out fine. We're going to get enough damage here. Like, I still might do a separate damage test as a separate video, right? So now we've got to heal. There we go. Alright, we're going to take this all the way to the house. Nice, very old fight that doesn't ramp fast. Thank you. And not like a super oppressive force time either. So this is going to be one of my longer character guides. We'll put it that way. But you guys have already basically seen what's going on. So if you're watching the video on YouTube, you've probably checked out by now unless you actually want to see this, right? Alright, here we go. I think one more should do it, because we got 2 Beatrix turns to go through anyways. Alright, so now we're looking pretty good. Look at our HP. 70k is looking pretty good over here. For good measure, we're going to drop a Seal Evil down. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Alright, and then Beatrix will do the Clim Hazard combo. I think this is a nice little wombo combo we can do. Yeah, I do love this with the Crystal Room, by the way. Getting the double Beatrix turns just to do the full Holy Knight Safeguard setup is pretty spicy. That is pretty spicy right there. And then we're dropping down the BT. Perfect. Alright, we just gotta hope these enemies survive long enough just to get into the BT phase, which they should be able to. They still have a good amount of HP on them. Alright, so Lenna now, I think we are ready to go FR here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then I need to do, so I'm going to basically ramp with the other two characters. We still have to get our BT effect up too, so we got to make sure we get that up. That'll be Lenna's next turn. So I think I'm just going to do a couple of echoes here. I might not actually do a bunch of echo with Aerith yet, because I don't want to get like too strong, right? Because I know I've got to cycle around to at least another Lenna turn. So we're for sure going to echo here. We'll for sure echo on this. Oh, man, yeah, I got to get all the way around to another Lenna turn. So Aerith, I think, is actually just going to pass turn. But I'm going to pass turn with Prayer of the Cetra. I just got to make sure she isn't going to jump turns on it. Oh, she is going to jump turn, so I can't pass with that. I think it's Fury Brand. Fury Brand jumps her up too. Well, the Fury Brand jump is fine. I guess we can do that. She's just jumping ahead of Beatrix. As long as she didn't jump ahead of Lenna, we're fine. I should have put Lenna's BT effect up earlier, probably, huh? Okay, this should still be okay. Alright, so now we're going to go Lenna, BT. So we got to have BT effect up for this. We want the HP off the charts. We want her follow-ups going, right? We want all that stuff. I love how they have like the FF5 sprite in the background too. That's pretty good. Alright, HP's looking pretty fat. He's kind of... Dude, this fight is so old. Like, we're melting them away so fast. Alright, we just got to make it to one more turn here, right? The problem is I got to ramp, and then I got to give Beatrix a turn, and then the enemies are going to attack. But we got to do it, right? We got to ramp, and just hope these enemies don't kill themselves. Please get me a Lenna BT phase. If it doesn't happen here, guys, I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait for the next video. If it doesn't happen here, y'all are going to have to wait. But I'm telling you, Lenna's going to be able to put... Oh, no, we're going to get a break here. That's actually really good. That's actually pretty clutch that we're going to be able to get a break here and push them behind Lenna. That actually makes a huge difference. Alright, and I think I'm literally going to do like a brave attack. Dude, well, yeah, those... Yeah, see, without the second Aerith, we're still good here. So what I'm going to do is I got to hit enemy B. And I'm just going to make sure this isn't going to... Oh, it does jumper, but not too much. Alright, we're just going to brave attack. Okay. And then Beatrix. I actually am going to echo. This shouldn't kill him. This better not kill him. And then we'll have the Lenna BT phase. I'm going to be so mad if this kills them. It shouldn't. They're at like 30-something%. Oh, please don't. Okay, chill. Oh, no! We killed one of them. All right, well, we're doing this with one enemy. Dang it, I got greedy. That's okay. Here we go, burst phase. All right, so we're just going to beat up on one enemy, right? All right, so sure, let's start with the EX here. We've got the big... Now, this all scales off of HP, right? Look at that. We got a bunch of HP going. Let's just see what kind of damage we're getting. So 24 mil there, and keep in mind, most of her stuff is going to be AoE. So whatever this burst phase is, we're basically going to be able to double the damage, if you want to kind of imagine that, right? We're going to go ahead and we're going to pop off some of these HP pluses, these dragon breaths that also scale on HP. All right, yeah, 26 mil. Like, these are pretty meaty numbers. Because once again, this is going to be AoE, right? So you're thinking 26 mil. So you're looking at like 50-something mil a shot with Lenna. That one's actually closer to 60 mil if you're comparing the damage overall to both enemies, right? So we can pop off these big HP attacks. We can pop the LD, which is going to give us more of those. Boy, things just are not going my way tonight, I'm telling you guys. Alright, here's the LD at full gauge. Yeah, so she's hitting near 30 mil full gauge AoE. That's pretty good. And then we're going to hit the FR here. Yeah, dang, Beatrix Rose Petals ruining everything for me. I should have just, like, brave attacked with her. I mean, that's probably would have been the smarter thing, right? But yeah, and then the big follow-ups, and then 32 there on the FR. And then we'll hit the BT. So anyways, guys, there you go. There's Lenna. There's the world's longest character guide. Let me know what you think of her. I think she's very, very good. Mainly like the FR ramp tactic, I think is very, very good. If you have someone like Aerith that can like echo for craziness, right? So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.